election period, how do we start to heal as a people, considering who is in Asu Rock now is not somebody we believe in? So, how do we heal as a people outside of governance, considering this Pandora's box? In particular, although there was some
I've challenged anybody to show me where Muslims buy bread cheap. I've challenged anybody to show me where a tribal issue. And I've said to I've not seen where Christians buy bread cheaper or anything, or that the hospital built specially for Christians. When Nigerians are sick, and I, for one, I've ever met in my life. Close today and everything. So these are things that are going to be tribal. Nobody can account for borrowed money. Today, they will tell you this. America today owns more than % of its GDP as debts. Japan is owing 200 and some Nobody can tell you what is happening.
Sense of appointment. When they came into power, they only picked about 6 or 7 women as ministers. One of those women, Kemi Adeosu, had an issue with her certification. She was taken away from the position, and she wasn't replaced till much later on with a woman. That administration has bordered at about below 10 women in government in ministerial positions. But when you see this obedient movement, Nigerian women, sir, came out with their chest to support you. If you could tell Nigerian women, the first thing, encourage them and thank them for supporting you this election, and make them promises when you become president, whenever all of this is sorted out, what would you say to the Nigerian women who believed in you from working and then moving forward with you at the helm of affairs?
You know, I've talked about women issue a lot, and my own thing is okay. Let me join you in saying very big thank you to the Nigerian women, my very dear mothers, sisters. I can tell you, in Nigeria, from my own experience, women are more productive, more honest, more trustworthy than the men. I was chairman of a bank. I succeeded because I had a treasurer, a risk officer, and chief operative. They were all women. Company secretary, they were all women. And it was fantastic because they're less corrupt. And even more corrupt. Studied what is happening in Bangladesh. That's why the opposition leader that is a woman, their number one expert, that industry is 60% occupied by women in terms of employment. And I was in the villages and saw what they could do. So I assure you that I'm not going to make fake promises. I know what is happening with the Obidients family, and we're going to work hard. We're going to work as a family. You know, I can't preach. Like when I came to Anambra State, I kept telling them, I can't do all this and come and fail. It will be, you know, people didn't vote for me on the 25th of February. They didn't vote for Peter Obi. They entrusted their hope on me. And you can't dash their hope. It was like going to a bank to credit their money, hoping to withdraw it at an appropriate time. It's not because, they know they're not going to get anything from me other than just keeping to my promise. And I would have done that. I had people like, so many of them sacrificing and following me around and everything. It was, there's no way I would have done a lot, including ensuring that Nigerian women are brought into governance, ensure their place in corporate world, because not just in government. And pay emphasis to education of the women, young girls in the north.
close to over 35,000. In case you don't know, that's
I have people on Zoom.
Yeah, people
and
on Zoom.
they're telling me that I've abandoned them and went on this week.
You have.
Until people said no. Yeah, they feel very abandoned. Okay, I'm waiting. What's happening?
Can you hear me, sir? Bring in Savik now. Savik, you can ask your question in a minute. Then we'll take. Oh.
Thank you very much, His Excellency, for giving us this opportunity to interact with you. To and find just one corrupt case where you stole money that you will abandon your capital.
The recording in progress. Technical hitch that we've had, we've not been able to have.
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
So now we are getting an interference from your others from the Zoom meeting. I don't know if you could.
Okay, don't worry. I'm going to ask them now. Continue, just continue.
One of the things that you said that captivated a lot of us is that you dared the establishment, the corrupt establishment, and you told them if they can find out one thing, one corrupt. We've seen you engaging with Nigeria. Actually, they were actually. So I want you to talk to us. Behind. Tell us what is actually behind the grace that you have, sir. Thank
everything, people going around trying to interesting story. He had a daughter. To sleep with somebody. 17,000. Foundation being run by with her had 20,000 stories abound because people are jobless. People are not doing anything. And you know you can help. Why and you know you can help? That is why can't you help? That is why I go around. That is the energy. That is why I go around in schools. I go around everywhere doing that. I go around everywhere doing that. That's why I go around doing that and going everywhere. That's why I go around doing that. So my dear, it is a difficult thing. So my dear, it's something you can do difficult thing. Can you hear me? Something you can do without.
Yes, sir, go on.
Can you hear me?
All right. Yes, sir,
so
go
the
on.
Challenge. This poverty you're seeing in Nigeria. This poverty you're seeing in Nigeria. This underdevelopment you're seeing in Nigeria. This underdevelopment you're seeing in Nigeria is something I've experimented. It's something I've experimented in a private sector, in a public sector as a governor. If you know what Anambra used to be before my predecessor came on board, followed by me, until today, it is far worse. I know we have one or two challenges now. It is far worse. I know the new governor is. I know we have one or two challenges and trying to. Which I know the new governor is grappling with in terms of insecurity and trying to. But I assure you, deal with head on. It used to be far worse than it is today. You know, it used to be far worse. We started changing it and everything. So you can be changed. Everything. There's a time young boys don't go to school any longer. There's a time young boys don't go to school. Yeah, schools were dilapidated. All the schools were not anything to. But we came. The schools were changed. Not anything to. And but we came. The stories all on the positive side till today. So it can be the same thing can happen nationally.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Let's take a lady. We have had guys speaking and asking you questions, so we'll take a lady right now. Me, I think me is someone you know already, but me, let me allow you come in the next 1 minute. Thank you.
Hello?
Is she there?
Me, are you there?
Let me ask her. Hello, sir. I want to ask one question again. And there is something that these elections exposed to Nigerians. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, Excellency?
I can hear you.
There is something this election exposed to us as Nigerians. It exposed the amount of illiterate people that are in this country. I don't mean the amount of people that went to school. I don't mean the amount of people that are quote-unquote educated. I mean the amount of illiterate people in this country. One of my biggest fears is these people seem to have been given the realms of power. We've seen what happened in the last administration when you put square pegs in circular holes. If there is any governor in this country that can beat his chest and say, I took education in my state from 26 or lower 20s, almost 30 to number one, it is you. Please, sir, what do you have planned for education in Nigeria? From bottom all the way up, possibly to adult education, because I even feel some of our adults are not yet lost. There is problem with cognitive dissonance. There is problem with drawing parallels, especially when explaining issues. Some people have a problem with being given facts and figures right in front of them. And what are your plans for education in Nigeria? What are your plans for education in Nigeria on all levels and for all facets of Nigeria?
Let me help you. Let me tell you first. Okay, let me help you. Let me tell you first. You must three things that only differentiates three things that develop differentiates underdeveloped nations. Developed and not underdeveloped nations. It is not too many things. It's just about three major issues. It's just about three major issues. Is education. Number one, it's been proved that the society is educated. Because all the foundations, the better the development, which you talk that develops the society, which you talk that develops the society, is about education. Science is about technology. All this technology is about education. All this is about education. We don't talk about STEM, science, technology, engineering, STEM, mathematics, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. If you're going to build, construct big and better, if you're going to build, construct big, you're going to talk about infrastructure, it's about education. You're going to talk about infrastructure, it's about education. So of development, the foundation education of development. The other one is health. The other one is health. You must talk about people's health. When people are healthy, people's health. When people are healthy, it contributes to their productivity. It contributes to their productivity. Them contribute more. It makes them talk about pulling people out of poverty, which is talk about pulling people out of poverty, which is a capital. Education is critical. So the only reason why Asian countries do better than African countries, the only reason why Asian countries do better than African countries is not China, Vietnam, all these countries. China, Vietnam, the level of education. All these countries did that. The level of education is very simple. And that can be seen very simple. All these countries with Nigeria, compare, say, all these countries with Nigeria, they don't have the same level of 90s. Human, they don't have the same level of index human development. They were the same level. They were all low. Measurement. They were the same level. Most of them today are moved to low. High. Most of them today medium, are moved to high. Like China, medium, like Vietnam, place, like China, place, like Vietnam, and that makes them more productive. And that makes them more productive. So, for me, education is critical. Me, when you see people coming here, it's critical. And I'm talking about when you see people coming here, and I'm talking about respect, constructing bridge, respect, flyover airport, bridge, flyover airport. I love. These are that is not the issue that will come when you build the foundation. The foundation will come when you build the foundation. The foundation is number one education, number two education, number three education. Number one unless people are educated, number three education. So if you're talking about infrastructure, the number one if you're talking about infrastructure development, the number one is human infrastructure. You need to develop it because that's what will make human infrastructure. Because that's what will make the rights, character, values, attitude, character, values, attitude, everything. Somebody talked about the issue of empowering. Somebody talked about the issue of empowering. Or what you mentioned earlier about those seeing the literacy. Or what you mentioned earlier about what you see seeing the literacy in Nigeria. What's happening in Nigeria? Is a case of where. What's happening in Nigeria? Sorry, I always use very often. Is a case of where. And people don't understand. Sorry, I always use very often. Is a case of where people don't understand the asylum. It's a case of where lunatics who are not supposed to be role models, who are not supposed to be part of society, I become role models. Who are not supposed to be part of society. So I become role models to now move around. So it's easier and it's like that in every part of Nigeria. Not just in one place. In every part of Nigeria. You know, so you see somebody without a daytime job. So you see somebody driving around without a daytime job with several vehicles, driving around. It's the only place where you several vehicles. Like me, the governor, let somebody suddenly, like me, moves from not owning a house, suddenly to owning several houses, moves from not owning a house, several cars, to owning several houses, even possibly several cars, flying around, even in private jets and everything, flying around, and I've been celebrating private jets and everything, because, and I've been celebrated, have been criminalized, because, and you must have been criminalized, ensure that you reverse that situation. Ensure that you reverse that situation. Because what is it? That society will develop such. Because what is it? Which is around corruption. Such kills entrepreneurship. Which is around corruption. It kills professionalism. Kills entrepreneurs hard work. It kills professionalism. We're faced today. It kills hard work. And it's like, and that's what we're faced today. Becomes, and it's like government, because the election now becomes a criminal enterprise. It now becomes a criminal enterprise. Becomes, you know, when gangsters do anything. And once, you know, when gangsters they capture it, so it is about state capture. They capture for personal benefit. It is about state capture. So the gangsters for capture it, benefits. They don't care. So the gangsters capture it. They don't care. And everybody is jumping. You become the odd man out. You know, that's why I said to you become the odd man out. Less peaceful. That's why I said to in organized manner. Less peacefully. Going through the organized manner. Remaining law abiding. Going through the law. Be able. Remaining to deal with this situation. Be able by to deal with this situation quietly. By just respect quietly. Be able to respectfully changing it. Be able to, and the only way you can do that changing it is to start. And the only way you can do that by changing, start telling people their perception and by changing. We need to work on their mind. Perception of life. We need to work. We need to work on what their mind is. We need to values on what they think, work on their character, the values, work on their behaviors, work on their character. This is wrong. This is right. This is wrong. This is and say this is wrong. We're not going to change it by force. We're not going to change it by quarreling. We're not going to change it by force. We're not going to change because we're not going to change it by quarreling. If I will go that way, we're actually going. This is their own space. If I will go that way, we're actually going to their own space.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I think let's bring in a lady now. All right, thank you very much, sir. I think let's bring in a lady now. You have the space in a minute, please. Thank you. Can you hear me, please?
Hi, Saddam.
You have the space in a minute, please. Thank you.
Excellency. Wow. Hi, Saddam. Good evening. Good evening, Your Excellency. Wow. Oh boy, I'm blushing. Good evening, sir. Boy, I have got. Good evening, sir. For you. I don't want to get beaten by Saddam, so I'm going to try to keep it brief. And I don't want to get beaten by Saddam, so I'm going to try to keep it brief. Everyone on as brief as possible. Obedients generally will tell you everyone that we've been through the ringer. I do not know how you cope. That we've been through the ringer. I do not know how you cope. The last couple of I don't know how you've handled. You managed the last couple of months. You know, it's just been well for me. There's nothing. You know, it's something. Well, for me, there's nothing. You know, it's something. There's nothing we need to be part of. You know, in life, there's nothing. You know, in life of struggling. I don't think I've gotten anything in my life. I don't think I've gotten anything easy in my life. Struggle, pain, it's been difficult. Struggle, pain, especially where you think people are doing the wrong thing. Especially and I lived in a system where the wrong thing. I lived in a system where things so are totally wrong. People like you, those poor people you're looking at their faces. Those poor people you're looking at their faces. I used to tell people, I give you the courage. I used to tell people, I visited school. At least, I visited one school at least a month. At least, I visited one school. I recall going to a school. I recall going to a school in a village in Kogi. In a village, and I found young people, and I found young people almost coming to school. Naked. Almost coming to school. Under a building without a roof and everything. A building without a roof and everything. And I see how excited these children are. And I see how excited. They don't know who I am. See but they've just been told that they don't know who I'm coming to roof their school. But they've just been told that
I'm coming to roof their school. I was going to faint. They all jumped on me. I found myself in the floor. And they all jumped on top of me. I found myself in the floor. Excited. And they were all on top of me. I'm just going to roof their school. Excited. And he was going. I'm just going to roof their school. Just about. And he was going. Then he was going to million naira. About the 1.2 million naira money. Ordinarily, I could easily spend. Ordinarily, I could easily spend on a dinner with friends in Lagos. On a dinner with friends, and look at what he's doing to these children. So for me, look at what he's doing to these children. So for me, that is where I get my energy from. We must change. That is where I get my energy from. We must make change here.
Okay,
we must make
let
it
me
better.
quickly ask you my questions. I'll try to keep it brief, like I said. Let me quickly ask you my questions. I'll try to keep it brief, like I said. The first question is
it's been very
this.
difficult.
Everywhere I
The
look,
first question is this.
my DMs are full of
Everywhere I
Obidients I've
look,
been chatting with for the
my
last
DMs are full of
7-8
Obidients I've been
months,
chatting
who
with
are very
for the last
optimistic before the
7-8
election.
months,
But I
who
sense
are
a
very
general
optimistic
feeling
before
of
the
doom and
election.
gloom right
But I
now.
sense a
There's lots of
general
people who are
feeling of
giving
doom
up,
and gloom
who are
right
not
now.
happy with
There's lots of
everything
people
that's
who are
happened,
giving up,
and then there are
who are not
people
happy
of the
with
opinion
everything
that
that's
once this
happened. And
inauguration
then there are
happens
people
tomorrow,
of the opinion that
it is
once
all
this
over.
inauguration
Our
happens tomorrow,
struggle is dead. It is all over. Our struggle
I've
is
had
dead.
very serious conversations with Obidients,
I've had
who
very
are of
serious
this very
conversations
firm
with
opinion that
Obidients,
when this
who are of
INEC
this very
president
firm
select
opinion that when this
is
sworn in
INEC
tomorrow,
president select
that
is the end of the
is
movement.
sworn
That
in
there's no
tomorrow,
justice can
that
be
is the end
gotten
of the
if
movement.
this
That there's
happens.
no
I would love
justice
for
can
you
be
to address
gotten
that.
if
That's
this
number one.
happens. I would
Number
love
two,
for you to address
this
No,
that. That
one,
movement.
is
one,
number
one, my
one.
sister, one, I
Number
beg.
two,
Let me start.
this
I
No,
promise
one,
you,
movement.
this is
one,
going to
one,
be
my
very
sister,
brief,
one,
very
I
brief,
beg.
very brief.
Let
I
me start.
promise you. I
I
swear.
promise you,
Very
this is going
brief.
to be very brief, very brief,
Second
very brief. I
question.
promise you, I swear. Very
There's a
brief.
lot of energy in the
Second
movement,
question.
right? Over the last
There's a lot of
like
energy
a
in the
year or
movement,
so,
lots
right?
of
Over
young
the
people became
last
active,
like a year or so,
active
lots of young
politically,
people became
but
active
thanks
thanks to this
active
movement.
politically.
However,
But
this is a marathon,
thanks
not
to
a
this
sprint.
movement,
I believe that
the
a marathon, not
president.
a sprint.
I'm sorry,
I believe that
your
it goes
campaign,
even
your run,
beyond
your
your
president.
young people
I'm
want to
sorry,
be
your
active.
campaign, your
However,
run,
they're looking
right?
for a vehicle
Young
to
people
do
want to be
this, and
active.
obviously the
However,
vehicle, the
they're
most
looking for a
apparent, the most obvious
vehicle to
vehicle
do this,
is a
and
Labour
obviously
Party.
the
But if
vehicle,
you
the
look at
most
what's been
apparent,
happening
the
in the
most
Labour
obvious
Party
vehicle
recently,
is a Labour
there's been way
Party.
too.
If
If you
too
look at
much
what's happening in the Labour
confusion,
Party recently,
leadership
there's been way
crisis,
too much
and
confusion,
some people
leadership
not happy with some of the
crisis,
candidates. Imagine from
and
the
some
party,
people
etc.,
not
etc.,
happy with some
etc.
of the candidates.
What
Imagine from
can
the
be
party,
done?
etc., etc., etc.
I would like for you to
What
address
can
Obidients
be
because we
done?
all want to
How
register with
Okay.
Labour
I would
Party. We
like for
want to
you
be
to address
active,
Obedience because
right?
we all
Okay.
want to
What can be
Let
done
me.
with the party? We
sanitize
want to be
Labour Party
active,
and encourage young
right?
people
Okay.
What can be
Let
done
me.
to
join in
sanitize
and
Labour Party and
encourage
Fantastic.
young people to join in
Fantastic.
and be
Let me
part
tell
of.
you two things. Fantastic. Let me start with the issue of inauguration. Issue of inauguration. It is over. And it is over. When you bring a change, you have for enemy all those who live of the order. Not beginning of the last chapter of it. Of the last chapter of it. Ending of the beginning. Just started the journey. And let nobody make you believe that because of one or two promises or this and that is going to change. Of course, people, because of the